We are live. We are really live. Some of you guys are like, Pedro, is this going to be a replay of last year? Absolutely not. We are really live, as you can tell. Sometimes these little tech challenges just let people know for real. Yeah, this really is live. They would have never done that on purpose. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to day one of our Challenge Secrets Masterclass 2024 edition. We're pulling a lot of technology off. We got people live on Zoom. What is up, VIP audience? I'm seeing you guys on Zoom. Just wave at me, say what is up. Okay, I am all the way here. I'm coming to you guys live from Lisbon, Portugal. I spend the summers here in Portugal now, and so that's where I'm over here. The team's over in America somewhere, so we got a lot of tech happening, and sometimes, there's a few little mishaps happen, but it's all good over here. So, who's excited to be with us here for Challenge Secrets 2024? Let me know in the chat. Tell me if you're here for the first time. Just put first time, first time, first time. Let me know if it's your first time. Okay. We ran this challenge last year. Russell and I did this live from ClickFunnels HQ. Man, look at all these first-time people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be epic, 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 epic. I have spent a ton of time reviewing all this information that we shared last year. Last year was epic. And I'm like, you know what? Let me look at this and let me update it for what's new and happening in the world of online marketing and challenges. And let me see if I can make it better. And I did. And I made it so much better. I'm like, I just can't wait to share this with you guys. So I'm excited to present it to you. And I already know this stuff. So that should leave you excited to hear it as well. How many of you guys were here last year? Just put you were here last year as well. Put last year in the chat. Let me know if you were last year. And so again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna have an amazing day, amazing week. And so to get right into it, I want you guys to meet your challenge host this week. I'm going to be here as your lead trainer. We're going to hear from Russell and some other friends of mine. But I want you guys to hear from team. Let me know if we're ready to bring on Miss Holly. Holly Peel is going to be here with you and us all week long, monitoring the chat, monitoring the Facebook group, monitoring your Zoom chat to make sure, and also just to make sure that we have an amazing experience. So Holly, just walk us through just the how folks can make the most out of this challenge. Make sure they know where all the things are at. We're streaming this on YouTube. We're streaming this live to Zoom. We're streaming this into our private Facebook group, our Challenge Secrets Masterclass group. So we want to make sure you guys know where all the goodies are and how to make the most of our time together. So Holly, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pedro. I want to welcome you guys. I saw in the chat, we have people from New Zealand and Romania, Canada, Texas, Alexandria, Chile. You guys are coming in from all over the world. Tons of you are here for the first time. I want to get through these, housekeeping or challenge details, if you will, as fast as I can, but as efficiently as I can so that you feel like you are well prepared for this week so that we can get into the training, because I love hearing Pedro train on challenges. Whenever he's talking about it, he is truly just such a brilliant mastermind around this subject. And I know that your guys' lives are forever going to be impacted and changed for the better. So here are some challenge details for you guys. This is called a challenge for a reason. Yes, it is free and you are here for free, but it's not really free, right? It's costing you some time, some energy, some effort. There's worksheets, homework, all that kind of stuff. And so you guys are going to be coming in for an hour, 9 to 10-ish, around that. Today through Friday, August 2nd, okay? And I want to encourage you guys to be here live as much as possible. For those of you in VIP, we're interacting over here on chat. For those of you who are joining us in the Facebook group or on YouTube, there's also a chat feature there as well. So you guys can really engage. Or if you cannot join us live, no problem. One of the reasons we love YouTube and Facebook is the chat will be there for you when you come back and watch it as a replay. Carve out that time in your day. If you can't join us at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, pick the time that you can and make sure you're showing up for that, because a replay will be immediately available that day after the live broadcast, and we will leave them up for the duration of the challenge. However, in a challenge, those videos will come back down because we want you guys to be with us during the challenge. And there's a lot happening, and so we build on each other every day, right? So you guys will have access to those replays during the challenge, and you guys will get emails, text messages, as well as Facebook messages daily with reminders and recaps, so you won't miss a single thing. If you guys have not already registered for VIP, you can do that immediately following this main free session at challengesecretsvip.com. I'll talk more about that in a second. We have a lot of prizes and fun stuff, so make sure you are officially registered. And as I mentioned, if you are still kind of wondering, okay, where do I actually watch? What do I actually do? For the free portion of this content, the challenge, you can do that in the challenge Facebook group. That's where everything's going to be really happening. I've been seeing requests and approvals all weekend long, all week last week, people getting in. We're also going to have a challenge replay page. In that challenge replay page, you'll have access to that in your emails. So be on the lookout for that. It'll all be in one concise place for you guys. And if you're asking, but how do I access these links? I'm VIP. How do I get what I need? Where do I go to the Facebook group? All of that kind of stuff. Your email. That is the main place you want to be. We've sent thousands of emails out, and over 800 or something crazy like that came back undeliverable because one of a couple of things might have happened somewhere along the way. You might have unsubscribed. No harm, no foul. Reach out to our team. I'll give you that link here in just a second. Reach out to our team and let us know, or check your spam or your junk folders. That is potentially where they have ended up. If you've heard nothing else so far, this is the most important part, because this is the biggest way we will be communicating with you is through email. So make sure that you're getting those emails. All participants in the challenge, email and Facebook Messenger, VIP, you guys will be in email, and that's where you're going to want to jump on that Zoom link. Now, this is where it starts to get really fun. So lean in for a second. We want to make sure that you guys don't miss a thing, because as I mentioned, everything will really build on each other throughout the week. So if you register for notifications to make sure that you get our updates that, hey, we're starting, here's the recap, all of that kind of stuff. Just for registering, Pedro is going to be giving away $100 Amazon gift cards. Yes, that is right. Just for registering. We already have one to give away right at the end of my announcements. Will it be you? Maybe. But for those of you who have already registered, we picked a name. And then if you're on this call and you haven't registered yet, it's not too late, because we will be giving away another Amazon gift card at the end of this call, just for simply going to csreminders.com and registering for the challenge secret reminders to receive alerts, notifications, and links sent straight to your messenger. Who doesn't love things easy? Here is how to master the Facebook group. This is what it looks like. Challenge Secrets Masterclass presented by Pedro Adeo and Russell Brunson. You can see right here, this is the correct group. That's what you'll be looking for to make sure. But if you followed one of the links we have sent you, then you are in the right place. Those three boxes right there, discussion, guides, and featured, are the main tabs you're going to want to be hanging under, because that's where you can go live at the end, share your biggest takeaways. It's a really fun way to engage, meet new people, have fun, and really let the information you gained in that day's content go deeper in you as you are resharing it. You can post questions there, have conversations with others, as well as under the featured tab is where you're going to find some of the replays. Live training will be pinned there. And under the guides, you'll have the replays and the resources available to you. So it'll be clean and clear to get a hold of. Now, if you guys saw the VIP upgrade, you probably took it because you were like, this is too good not to have. I get all of this. Yes, yes, you do. For only $100, you get 60-minute live interaction implementation with Pedro Adeo every single day after the main session. So that's over 5 hours of interactive implementation. How many of you guys know it's one thing to hear and be taught? It's another thing to be a doer of what you're being taught, right? If you guys are in the chat right now, just go ahead and type do and let me know that you're ready to implement everything that you're going to learn this week. Type do. Yep, I see that. I love it. You guys will also get access to a plug and play automated challenge funnel workspace. The team was showing me this and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have come so far. This is amazing. Wait, we're giving people this for $100? And they're like, yes. I'm like, this is mind blowing, amazing. You guys will also get step-by-step training on how quickly to customize your challenge workspace, as well as a digital copy of Challenge Secret book by Pedro Adeo and a 90-day free trial to ClickFunnels, which is how Pedro has made all of this possible. Funnels, challenges, all of that kind of stuff. As I get ready to bring him back in just a second, you guys will hear some of the awesome stuff he has done in ClickFunnels. And so you guys will get an incredible invitation, 90 days free into ClickFunnels. And so it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to have a great time there. As I mentioned, the challenge secrets, or as I mentioned, the Amazon gift card giveaway, you guys will be one, registered, and two, checked in for your messenger. So if that's you and you did that, I will be announcing a winner in just one more second. Every single day, here's a little bit of your participation. Go live, introduce yourself in the Facebook group. Why are you committed to be here? You know, if you've been around in marketing, you've kind of heard the power of a why, maybe talked about, but there is truth to that. So, why are you committed to be here? Why did you sign up? Why did you say yes? Why are you here live or watching the replay? Why does this matter to you? Go live in the Facebook group, share that with us. And even if no one sees it, you know you did it and you professed out of your mouth why this is important to you. I love that in the chat. People already dropping there. I want to learn how to use funnels. I want to gain traffic, all of that kind of stuff. Awesome. Be interactive with each other, be kind, encourage one another. This is going to be a family after this week. So just start thinking of it as a family now. And I promise your week will be so rich and so full. It's going to be a week that you look back on and say, everything changed that week. So it's going to be good. And then invite a friend. If you know someone who, is an entrepreneur, maybe wanting to start a business or, just wanting to get their message out to the world, this is the powerful way to do it. Invite them to join you at challengesecrets2024.com. And then, as I mentioned, if you have any questions, if you need help with your email, making sure you get back into the email sequences or anything like that, simply go to www.challengesecretshelp.com and our incredible team can help you there. So, are you guys ready to hear our winner? Someone who already turned on notifications and is ready to go. Our winner is April. April, congratulations. $100 Amazon gift card. Congratulations, April. Just for simply registering, right? CS registration in Messenger. I love that you guys are already cheering her on in the chat, congratulating her. Such a good time. All right, we'll have another winner at the end of the call. But if you guys are ready to get started, as I mentioned, you guys are going to hear. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the incredible things Pedro has accomplished because I really want you guys to know who you have signed up to hear from. One, he's a man with an incredible heart, right? But the stats of who he is, 8-figure kingdom entrepreneur. He started in 2018 with 0 sales. How many of you guys are maybe like, ooh, that's me? and in just 2 years grew to 10 million per year. He's profitably run over 80 challenges. He's the go-to marketing industry expert on challenges, the innovator of the 5-day challenge framework, which you guys will get to see firsthand this week. He changed the entire landscape of online marketing. He's the author of Challenge Secrets, which those of you in VIP get that digital copy. He's an eight-time ClickFunnels 2 Comma Club award winner, a two-time 2 Comma Club X winner, and a 2 Comma Club C winner, which if you don't know, that's like the 25 million, the 50 million, 75 million, 100 million. He has got all the awards, ClickFunnel awards. So if you are looking to learn how to do ClickFunnels for that 90-day period of time, he is your guy. So if you guys would help me light up the chat with some fire emojis and help me welcome your challenge mentor for the week, Pedro Adeo. Welcome back, Pedro.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Great job, Holly. All right, my friends, you got the download right there. So now you know where everything is, how to participate, how to get the most of this. Hall, thank you for doing that. Who is ready to get started and figure out how you can take this framework that we call challenges that has absolutely changed my life forever? It's changed the life of many, many, many of our students. It has gone on to becoming one of the most prolifically used marketing strategies today by both beginners and advanced entrepreneurs alike. If you're ready to go, just blow up this chat, say, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. And let's get into it. Let's go, my friends. So again, Holly already covered this. If you have not yet registered, if you're watching this on YouTube or on the Facebook group, get official, get registered at challengesecretsmasterclass.com. Okay. All right. So here's how you make the most of this challenge. One, be intentional, take some notes, listen, take notes, active listening. Okay. Also, Holly talked about homework. Every day when you get done with here, go to that Facebook group, go live in that group, share your biggest takeaways. You will then internalize this and learn it so much faster. So if you're going to be here, active listening, note taking, and then regurgitate, teach what you just learned. Willingness. Here's how you make the most of this. Be willing to learn and take action. We're going to have a daily assignments. Some of them may be uncomfortable, like going live, right? Like, push past that little bit of uncomfortableness, be willing to do the assignments, the homework, get a little bit uncomfortable. And I'm telling you, that practice of going live in that Facebook group will build your confidence. And it's a huge part of our challenge framework is being able to speak and deliver information on a screen. So we give you the assignment to go live in the Facebook group because we want to help you build that muscle, build that confidence here in a very safe place in this private Facebook group where we're all here learning and growing together. Okay. And truth, the truth will set you free. So I'm helping you here to also help you get honest about the fact about where you're at in your business. Get honest about the fact that you are not normal. You and I are not normal. Normal people aren't looking to do the kind of things we're looking to do. And to get honest about the fact that you're here because you want some unusual results. You guys are here because you're saying no to the standard status quo. You want to live an extraordinary life, right? Life on your terms. Am I right? Is this the right? Am I talking to the right people? Is that why you are here? So just let's get honest with each other this week, okay? And that's how we're going to make the most of this. So get registered and really show up like you paid $10,000 to be here. Of course you didn't. It's a free challenge. And I'm telling you the things I'm going to share this week and my guests will be sharing are things that, like, if applied, will change your life. And sometimes there's a saying that says people that pay attention. I mean, you've heard that saying before. People that pay attention. Okay. Now, again, this is a free challenge. So I'm going to ask you to not think of this as a free event, something you got for free, because you will absolutely miss the gold and the brilliance being shared from not just myself, but many of my speakers and students that will be here this week. So really, really pretend and act as if you paid $10,000 to be here. How would you show up if you spent $10,000? Because this framework has the possibility to not help you make $10,000 or even $100,000. This framework has allowed me to create a life beyond what I ever thought was possible And so here we go. So again, commit to being here live all 5 days. Hashtag team live. Where's my live team? You guys are all on team live. Hashtag live. If you can't be here live, no sweat. Catch the replay. Just stay current with us. Find that time. Put it on your calendar when you're going to watch the replay. Go live to the assignments. And I'm telling you, VIP is going to be fire. Okay. Literally just going into all aspects of entrepreneurship, business, marketing, sales, offer creation, identifying your niche, whatever you guys want to talk about, we will be going deeper into on VIP backstage, as well as addressing some of your biggest mindset challenges. Some of you guys are going to get hot seated. It's going to be awesome. All that's at VIP. So, some of you are new and you're like, Pedro, what's up with this challenge thing? Did you invent challenges? And the answer is no, I did not invent challenges. Okay. However, I am credited for inventing the modern day challenge, the challenge that you're seeing now online, the 5 day challenge. And so here's Dean Graziosi, and Dean's become a friend, and Dean's been doing this for a long time. Started off with infomercials, and then he was one of the first guys to be online in the marketing game. You probably know that he's in business now with Tony Robbins, with Mastermind.com, and there are just a handful of like absolute legends in this industry who've been around forever. Dean's one of them. And here's what happened when Dean and I hooked up back in 2000 and I think like 2000, maybe 19, 2020, when I worked with him to train his entire team on our challenge model, so him and Tony could run it in believe in 2020. And this is what Dean said. Dean said, "I've been running challenges for years, but not like Pedro." After working with Pedro, we modeled what he was doing and had incredible success. Pedro has brought challenges into the modern era. So, no, I didn't invent challenges, but the challenge model you're seeing was an innovation that I'm responsible for creating. And it's been my joy to share that with you and the world. And also, good to know that you don't always have to invent something. You don't always have to be the first one to do something. You can take something, put your spin on it, level it up, make it better, and have a huge impact in this world. And so, what is a challenge anyway? Some of you guys are really new to this online marketing game, new to this online funnels. So, before we get too deep into challenges, well, I thought we should define what is a challenge. Well, you're in one. So, kind of pay attention this week, right? But you're in a challenge. But really, Pedro, what is a challenge and what makes what you do so special, so different? I'm going to break that down today. Today is day one, and it's called the case for challenges. So we're going to be really going deep on what is a challenge? Why do these things work? Why are they so effective? Why is it seeming like everyone is doing these? And not just for the last 1 year, 2 year, but these have been working for the last 5, 6+ years. And they're going to keep working into the future. And I'm going to show you and prove that to you today. So a challenge, first and foremost, why it works is it lasts for a period of time. They are time based. Okay. So for your notes, a challenge is time based. It is actually a type of an event. A challenge is a form of an event, a virtual event. So it starts here and ends here. It lasts for a period of time, which means there's urgency. Okay. This is the one thing that we have a hard time creating in the online world. If everything is on demand, if you can watch YouTube and consume content whenever you want, how do you get people to show up? Well, the challenge solves that problem because it starts today. This challenge starts today and it ends on Friday, which means this content, this training is here for these 5 days, and then it's getting pulled down. This is not evergreen content you can consume whenever you want. Now, that's for social media. So, one is there, it creates urgency, right? It's like last night, I was watching the soccer game, right? Either you go to the game or you don't, right? That game was on that game happened live. It's an event. People bought tickets, right? There's the Olympics going on right now. That's an event, okay? So people understand events and showing up on time for a certain time. It creates urgency, which drives consumption. I'd write that down. Challenges drive consumption. It's a huge point, right? The pill that you don't take will not help you. The vitamins you don't take will not help you. Some of you have amazing stuff. You have amazing content. You have an amazing process or framework. But if it's not consumed, it can't change them, right? So challenges help drive consumption. Everyone in a challenge commits taking action. I love YouTube. I'll watch YouTube. It's great. I'll have it when I'm at the gym or doing things or list. But when I'm watching YouTube, I'm just casually listening. I have not committed to take any action. I'm just watching on my own terms. In a challenge, you as the challenge coach and mentor get to set the terms. You get to say, hey, listen, you're here not just to passively listen, but to take action. You ask for permission to coach and mentor and give assignments, and so the whole frame is very different. It puts people more out of passive listening into action taking. And that's what people need if they want to get results. And so the challenge does that. D, this challenge is, and all of our challenges deliver live, daily, actionable training. Okay. That was one of the biggest distinctions that we made back when I first came on the scene in 2018. Almost everything was evergreen. Everything was evergreen, pre-recorded. People were trying to fake people out and have you think it was live. And come on, guys, how many of you guys know we knew it wasn't live, right? We knew you just weren't happening to start a brand new webinar in 6 minutes, right? So, but that's where the industry was. It was kind of lame. Everything was pre-recorded and trying to fake us into believing it was live, and it wasn't. People will show up and respect the time and the training, knowing it's live, that it's great training that's actionable because you're giving people assignments, okay? And that's the next one, okay? Results. Challenges deliver results. A well-designed challenge is going to give people, you're going to get a result this week. You're going to learn what challenges are. You're going to learn why they're so effective. You're going to learn how to plan a challenge. You're going to learn what your challenge should be about. You're going to learn what you should be selling on the back of your challenge. You're going to learn how to launch, grow, or scale any business anywhere with the challenge. That result's happening for you here this week if you are here with us all week long. How many of you guys think that'd be a pretty incredible result to get in just 5 hours in the course of a week for free? Okay, cool. And then, overcoming obstacles with daily assignments. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. Put your ideal customers in motion. Get them moving. Get them into momentum. And if you get them in momentum, they'll thank you for it, and they'll probably want to stay in momentum with you. So P, period of time. E, everyone takes action. D, deliver live. R, results driven. O, overcome obstacles. What does it spell? It spells Pedro. I know that was so cheesy. I could not resist. Okay. All right. But Pedro, I heard challenges were dead. Guys, we live in such a cynical time where everything is dead. Webinars are dead, challenges are dead, the internet's dead, email's dead, crypto's dead, Bitcoin's dead, this is dead. Everyone loves to say everything's dead. When people say stuff is dead, here's what you know. Well, let me be nice. Let me be nice. I just censored myself. Okay. Listen, guys, come on. Like, the fact is, most things that you hear are dead are not dead. What you have there is an overzealous marketer who's trying to sell you on their thing. So they're going to just say that everything else is dead and their thing is the only thing that works. Okay. And I would say maybe in a younger, less mature phase of my life, maybe even I got caught up with some of that, you know. But guys, like, challenges are for sure not dead. In fact, they still work. In fact, this is now my 6th year in business. I had the biggest free challenge of my career this year, had my biggest pay challenge of my career this year. The biggest launches on the internet are still running challenges. So just in case you maybe thought that challenges were dead, they're not. And either are webinars, okay? Either there's a lot of other stuff. Everything, the truth is, everything works if you know how to use it. Everything actually works if you know how to use it. Few things are actually dead. So, all right. Disclaimer. Okay. Again, some of you guys are really new. You're with me for the first time. Just put new. If you first time you ever being with me in the training for a few days, just put new. Okay. Put new. Okay. So just a couple disclaimers. Okay. You need to know this. I am irrationally passionate. Okay. There's passionate people, and then there's like irrationally passionate. Like, that's me. I am irrationally passionate about helping you crush it with challenges. So from time to time, during this week, do not be alarmed when I just start yelling, almost just out of the blue, almost for like no reason. I'll get excited and I'll just start yelling. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset. I just am passionate. And I'm also Portuguese. And in our culture, if we're not yelling, it means we don't love you. So we express love with volume. So you might get a little bit of that this week. Again, I assure you, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just deeply committed to your success and your results. And what I'm sharing with you changed my life. Like it didn't just change my life a little bit. Like it's and it's changed thousands of people's lives who have applied this. It's changed the entire industry, and now it's your turn to be here. So I'm just showing up for you, full energy to help you get this thing. And so, because here's what I believe. This is the big idea. Okay. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the big idea. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the big idea. And the big idea tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing the two things, the two things, the two, maybe three things. It's three. Tomorrow I'll be sharing three things that you must have to ensure your challenge does not flop. That is tomorrow. And one sneak peek, one of them is a big idea. So here's my big idea for this challenge. Every great challenge has a big idea. You may have heard Russell talk about his big domino concept with webinars. So the big domino, right, is Russell's kind of concept. I kind of have mine. It's called the big idea in the challenge world. Here's what I believe, and I don't just believe it. I know this to be true because of just results and proof that this is the case. Everything you want, my friends, everything you want in your life and business is on the other side of you crushing it with challenges. This framework, I can just tell you that this sounds crazy. I know this is a bold claim. It's a strong promise. You're like, Pedro, you don't know who I am. You don't even know what my dreams are. And I'm telling you, I'm just telling you, I'm living this. I have so many of my students who've lived this, and I've just seen too much. I've seen too much to doubt what I'm telling you. This is in fact the case. Everything you want, the life you want, the fulfillment you want, the income you want, the freedom you want, the options you want. I'm telling you, this one framework, your ability to master this one thing can take you there. In my case, it's taken me to places I didn't even dream of because I didn't even have the guts or the courage or the vision to dream this big. So, this is my big idea for you here this week, and I'm going to be working hard all week to help you see this because once you believe this, you will act differently with this information. How hard, how hard would you work and dig if you knew there was gold buried under the ground right below you? If you knew there was $1 million of gold right under your feet, under the floor, wherever you are, how hard would you dig if you knew there was gold there? You would dig till you found it. I'm telling you, that's what this has been for me, my friends. There's gold here, and just don't stop until you get it. So, here's one thing I've learned about being in this space for 6 years. I think all of us, we got people here from all over the world, but we all want one thing. And I think that's freedom. And, as an entrepreneur, many of you, I know what drives me. I'm driven by freedom. Like the money is great. Awesome. We need money. And I've definitely like had times where I didn't have any money. In fact, there was times where I owed everybody money. Okay. So I've been broke as a joke, had negative money. In fact, at one point I had negative $3 million. That wasn't fun. So I've had money and I've not had money. I definitely prefer having money. Okay. Just let that just be for the record. Um, but it's not even the money. It's also, I'll tell you, for me, it's been the biggest thing. It's the fulfillment. So like this challenge framework for me gave me a way to show up, serve people at scale. I write that down. Serving at scale, game changer. It just gave me a way to serve people at scale. So I was able to get fulfillment knowing that the work I was doing matters. Okay. I think that many of you are here because you also feel called to do meaningful work. Okay. I don't think you guys are all just a bunch of greedy capitalists who want to just make a bunch of money to go just, buy private jets and just do stuff like that. Nothing against private jets. But I don't think you guys are all here just because you're money hungry people. I think most of you are here because you actually want to do meaningful work in this earth, help really serve people, and you want to be free, free to live life on your terms. Why? Do you know why you want freedom? Have you ever considered this? How many of you guys really just put freedom in the chat if you're someone that is highly motivated for freedom? How many of you, and if you, and that that's not you, I'd love to know what you think is your highest motive. What is your highest driver if it's not freedom? I'm just curious. I'd love to see. Because I think the common theme I've seen for most of us entrepreneurs is freedom. Okay. And you might be wondering, like, why is it that we're all from different places, different parts of the world, and we all seem to want the same thing, freedom? Well, I believe it's because we were made in the image of a God and a creator who is free. You were made we were made in freedom, and so we want to stay in freedom. And that's why this drives us. And I think it was part of we were born with this in us to want to be free. And entrepreneurship and this game of online marketing. We were born at a time with the internet is mature, right? Like, guys, our grandparents didn't have this, And my grandfather worked at the newspaper. Then he had to work at the recycling company, Like even my dad, like our parents and grandparents didn't have the ability to do this. So this is just epic that we have an opportunity to really do things that we love from anywhere in the world and get freedom, right? There's financial freedom. I know many of us are chasing financial freedom. Financial freedom is really cool, but man, you can have location freedom before financial freedom, and location freedom is awesome. Like, how many of you are looking forward to the day that you can go anywhere you want, live anywhere you want, and just with your laptop or computer make money and run your business from anywhere in the world? How many guys, that's a big deal for you? Just put location. Guys, I spend 3 months a year in Portugal in this little surfing village outside of Lisbon. And like, it's epic. Like, I'm so happy that I have a business that I can do this from. I never could have done this as a financial planner when I had my brick and mortar office. So if you're here for freedom, then don't quit until you get it, my friends. And this framework can do that for you. So, one last disclaimer, because I want to help so many of you this week and beyond, I have some special guests coming on this week. Okay. You're going to, of course, hear from Russell Brunson. You're going to, of course, hear from some of my students and mentees. But there's someone, especially if you're new to me, John Dixon says, I hate my work. Okay. Like, thank you, John, for being honest. Okay. Like, I get it. I hated my job too at one point when I was stuck in corporate America. I was just spending 3 hours a day on a freeway doing a job that paid my bills, but I knew it was like meaningless work. So anyhow, one last disclaimer before we really get deep into this. And that's, I've got some special guests joining us this week to help serve you. But warning, 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 we may get a special appearance from someone that looks a lot like me to help you. And his name is Gangsta P. Okay, like, this is super embarrassing. My kids think this is so cringe, but Gangsta P, with his iced out grill and his rapper chain, is Gangsta P is like your mindset coach. Okay. Like, so if some of you are stuck with some mindset issues and you're kind of just stuck, and if there's ever a time for some tough love, this Pedro goes away because I'm super nice. Like, I want to be your friend. I'm super nice. I would never be like rude or mean, you know. But Gangster P will just tell you how it is, and he will not care about your feelings. And sometimes you need people in your life that care more about your future than your feelings. That's Gangster P. Okay. So he will only pop up when necessary. Now, he'll probably spend a lot of time in the VIP. Because if you're in VIP, you spent money. And Gangsta P is smart enough to not try and coach anybody who hasn't paid money. Okay. So Gangsta P will for sure be hanging in VIP, but may make an appearance here. So just so you know. Okay. Here's why you should be here. Nobody has run more challenges than Russell Brunson and myself. Nobody. Okay. We've run free challenges, paid challenges, live challenge, evergreen challenges. You're going to find out today on this call why the challenge is the only funnel, and it's more than a funnel. Okay. Russell's the funnel guy, so he thinks of things in funnels. I don't think of it as a funnel. It's actually not just a funnel, it's a comprehensive marketing strategy. And to be even more honest with you, it's actually a comprehensive business and marketing plan. This challenge framework is not just a funnel or a marketing strategy, it is a complete business plan. Why can I say that? Because it's been 6 years. We've been doing over 8 figures a year. That's over $10 million in revenue the last 4 years in a row. And this is the only thing I do. So this is just a comprehensive business plan. It's the only thing you need. We're also going to share with you the hottest, newest challenge innovation that I did not even come up with, but I'm happy to share with you because it's so awesome. And for some of you, it will be the key to your path forward. And really, guys, I'm just going to show you exactly how I did this. I'm just going to, as simple and plain as I can do it, just tell you how this happened for me, how I've done this, how I went from 0 customers, 0 email list, 0 social media following. I mean, 0 dirt, scratch. And now I went from 0 to 8 figures in just my second full year. How I went from being an industry outsider to an industry leading expert. Without crazy expensive offers, like the highest thing I've ever sold was like 10K for the most part. I don't have a sales team, and I never had to compromise my values. Now, how many of you guys that sounds like, dude? Yes. Like how many of you that's like on your list, right? To do super well, not have to worry about managing the sales team or take sales calls without having to charge crazy, insane prices. Guys, the prices that I'm seeing being charged today for stuff, I'm like, wow, okay. How do you sleep at night charging people those prices for that? So I've never done that. I will never do that. I'm not against, right? I'm not against having high ticket programs, but there's high ticket programs and then there's just something else. And I've done this with ever having to violate my core values and my beliefs. Okay, so that's why you should be here this week, my friends. So I also have the power of perspective, man. I've been in this game 6 years, hard, in the paint, doing the work. And I'm going to be super transparent. Last year was a rough year for me. Last year was the first year my business did not grow. And it was a rough year, not just our business didn't grow, but it was a rough year for me just as being an entrepreneur, being a business owner. No one talks about this. Everyone wants to think, oh, look at me. And everyone wants to show you like, oh, how awesome it is. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with this. I wish this wasn't the case, but I feel like the way that life seems to work, it seems that you kind of learn more from your failures than even from your successes. So is it okay if I share with you guys the most realist of updated real talk? Because I have now perspective of looking back the last 6 years on my life, on the business, on the industry, and sharing with you what I think is the most important things you need to know to win right now. Now, I'm been doing a lot more of that in VIP, but I'm still going to be sharing that with you guys here in this challenge. So this week, today, day 1, the case for challenges. Okay. Tomorrow, day 2, the big idea. Day 3, challenge, profit secrets. Okay. I'm sure you guys are here for purpose and meaning and fulfillment, but you probably wouldn't mind making a few bucks along the way, right? Just put money in the chat if you guys would also love to find a way to make money doing this thing. Just put money in the chat. Okay, guys, day 3, how do you make money doing this, Pedro? Okay. Day 4, planning your challenge. You're going to plan your very first or next challenge here together with my help. And then day 5, where do you get the people to show up? Guys, like I love how we've laid out this year. It's going to be epic. Okay, so challenge secret number 1. Are you guys ready? And for you guys in VIP, you guys got my newest book, Challenge Secrets, the only funnel you need, how to turn ice cold traffic into red hot buyers in 5 days or less. You guys got this PDF version. It's epic. And so this has some of my best challenge secrets. We dropped this book at FHL last year. This is the linchpin edition. But it's epic, epic. So, challenge secret number 1. You guys ready? Challenge secret number 1. A well-designed challenge is the only funnel you need to accomplish every objective of the value ladder in one step. That's a secret because most people don't know that, except the people who what? Are actually running challenges, and they've learned this, and that's why people that run challenges do what? Do them over and over and all the time. Again, don't watch what people say. Look at what they're actually doing. So this is challenge secret number 1, my friends. A well-designed challenge is the only thing you need. Now let me show it to you. But Pedro, I'm not famous. It's okay if I handle some of the biggest mindset issues I've heard people say over the years. Pedro, I'm not famous. I saw ET run a challenge. Did you help him? Yeah. But he's famous. I saw Dean and Tony do it, but they're famous. Pedro, I saw you with Damon John do a challenge, but those guys are all famous. I'm not famous. You guys, anybody famous here? If you're not famous, just put not famous in the chat, right? So you're like, Pedro, I'm not famous. I can't do a challenge. Well, I wasn't famous. I'm still not famous. Guys, I have more customers than Instagram followers. I have more customers than Instagram followers. But Pedro, I'm not you. I don't have your just starking, amazingly good looks. You look just like Woody from Toy Story. Pedro, I don't have super brave like you guys. I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave. Hey, can I give you, can we, this is going to be kind of an awkward transition because here, first of all, my nickname, so I used to play bass in bands back in the day. I was a really good musician. And my nickname within all like the music circuit was Woody. People would call me Woody. That's how much I look like Woody. And now I just roll with it, you know. And every time I go to Disneyland, takes a picture. Okay, so and then I went to this gas station in Vegas, and this crazy thing was there. I'm not even sure. Is that like what is that, like a Bigfoot, Neanderthal? Where anyhow, I saw that thing. I'm like, I got to use that in an ad somewhere. So people say, Pedro, I'm not like you. I don't have the courage that you have or the boldness. Listen, can I just give you the best quote I've ever heard about this? Jordan Peterson, if you guys don't know him, Jordan Peterson was asked about why he's so brave, and he's been very outspoken on certain things. This is the Jordan Peterson quote that I thought was gold. You ready? He said, "It's not that I'm brave. It's that I actually fear the right things." I was like, dude, that's a writer downer. And so if you're someone that is fearful of not living to your full potential, fearful of not playing full out, fearful of not actually living, by the way, I've been doing a lot of research on this. The number one regret on deathbeds, sorry to get morbid, the number one regret from people on deathbeds is not living true to themselves, living their life to please other people and not living true to themselves. And so I'm not brave. I'm not courageous. I'm just afraid of dying with regrets. And so I'm willing to put myself out there. And what if the technology doesn't work? It didn't work today. Who cares, man? Let's go. Anyhow, okay. And guys, anyone can do this. You're going to be hearing from people that were not famous or not me doing this all over the world, having amazing success. But you must be willing to overcome a few things. Can I give you guys the list of things that I have seen stop people and prevent people from taking advantage of this amazing opportunity to crush challenges? Can I help you guys? Who wants to make sure that you don't get stuck in one of these pitfalls? And guys, I'm looking at the clock. We're going to have to go a little bit longer today because we got started a little bit later. Can we go to 30 minutes past the hour? Is that okay? We're going to go a little bit longer to make sure I get this to you guys. If you have to drop off, make sure you catch a replay. But I want to make sure that we deliver a powerful, complete day one. So, imposter syndrome. If there's one thing I have heard people complain about, is there that this thing that has them stuck and not moving forward is this thing called the imposter syndrome. How many of you know what this is? How many of you have heard about this concept called the imposter syndrome? I'm looking in the Zoom. You guys, how many of you guys know it well, all too well, because you've had a bout or two with imposter syndrome. Okay, so you're going to have to willing to overcome imposter syndrome, and I've got some amazing tools to help you overcome this. I'd love to hot seat one of you guys in VIP. And tomorrow I will give you practical steps on how to never have to struggle with imposter syndrome again. But here's the spoiler alert. Most people feel like imposters. Wait for it. Here it comes. This might be a little gangster P appearance. Okay. This one might sting a little. I believe most people struggle with imposter syndrome because, wait for it, they actually are imposters. They're just trying to copy someone else, model success. They're trying to funnel hack the wrong way. And so they feel like an imposter because they actually are. They're not modeling success. They're plagiarizing and copying and trying to be a second-rate version of somebody else. But Pedro, I was told to model. I was told to funnel hack. I was told this. Listen, that's not what Russell had in mind when he talked about funnel hacking. Okay? That's not what it means by modeling success. Tomorrow, I will show you how you can be the one and only person doing what you're doing, because that's what you were created to do, was to be unique. But it's very hard to be unique if you're just looking at what everyone else is doing and trying to do what they're doing. Okay. That's what leads to imposter syndrome. So you got to be able to push through that. Overthinking everything. My friends, this is a killer. Analysis paralysis. So we're going to help you get free of that. Okay. This week. Here's a big one. How many of you would say, Pedro, I'm guilty of this one? Trying to do too many things at the same time. You're writing a book, you're launching a YouTube channel, you're trying to grow a TikTok audience, you're running a lead magnet, you're in 3 MLMs. Listen, I understand. I have empathy for you. I'm not making fun. I too was in these phases back in the day. It's just never going to work, guys. It's just never going to work. I've never seen anybody crush it like that. I've never seen it. I've just never seen it. It's going to come down to you eventually focusing on one thing, being willing to kind of go master one thing. Not knowing where to start, we're going to help you with that this week. Not knowing what to teach, I'll help you with that this week. Not sure challenges will work for you. Oh, Pedro, this won't work for me. I'm quiet. I'm not a big talker. I'm not an extrovert like you. Oh, Pedro, I'm a chiropractor. I'm an attorney. I'm a CPA. This won't work for me. Dude, I have not seen one industry this has not worked for. I have not seen one personality type this has not worked for. And then lastly, I got the covered. Okay. All right. So I'm going to queue up the Russell video. Okay. So guys, I am live this week. Russell is not. Okay. Last year, Russell told me, he's like, bro, I'll do this live with you one time. Fly to my company, fly to ClickFunnels. Okay. Fly in. We'll do a whole week together live. And then we can evergreen it. And we did some of that. I did not want to do all of this year's pre-recorded. So I'm going to be here live. And we took some of the best clips from Russell last year. and we're clipping him here, and it's going to be epic, and it's weaved in perfectly. So we have a video here to show you of Russell last year kicking off this challenge. Most of you, a lot of you guys are here because you got an email from Russell. If you love Russell Brunson and you got an email from him to be there, just put Russell or RB, put RB in the chat. If you love you some Russell Brunson like I do, Russell is now, he went from being just a mentor from afar to then joining his inner circle to now being a friend, a colleague. We do stuff together. And his opening to day one last year was so good. I wanted you to see it. So team, cue that video up and let's roll it. And I'll be back here live to take you guys through a few more things and wrap up day one. And just, we will be wrapped up here right at 30 minutes past. So team, let's roll the video.
What's up, everybody? My name is Russell Brunson. I want to officially welcome you guys all to the Challenge Secrets Masterclass. We are going to have so much fun over the next week with you guys, going deep into something that I'm really, really passionate about. In fact, it's funny, when we were first launching this challenge, we wanted to call it the Challenge Secrets Challenge, which got really confusing, and so we started shifting it around, and so we finally landed on the Challenge Secrets Masterclass, and we're so excited to have you guys here. We have like 25,000 people that have registered to be here over the next week or so with us, talking about this concept called challenges. So I want to say, first off, hi to everybody in the VIP room. Everyone, what's up? You can wave your hands at me so I can see you. Everyone who's at Facebook or YouTube, wherever you guys are watching, also jump in the comments down below and say hi to me, say hi to everybody else. I want to see all you guys' beautiful faces and see that you guys are here ready to have some fun with us. This week's going to be special. We started kind of putting this together a few months ago. Pedro and I were in Mexico, and we were talking about like the question which always comes up, and this is the question that me and him have had a lot of times, is like, how do we make sure people are successful? Like, what can we do to make things more and more simple for people, right? And this is gonna be true for you in any business you're in as well. The more simple you can make a process for your customers, the more money you're gonna make. And so the question is like, how can we make this more simple? What can we do? What can we create to really like change people's lives and do something amazing? And we sat down and said, what if we did a whole week going deep into challenges? Now, I'm curious, how many guys who are here right now have noticed there's a lot of challenges happening on the internet? If you've noticed that, raise your hand. Okay. All right. There are a lot of challenges. Now, the reason why there's a lot of challenges is that challenges happen to work. And one of the big questions we had people when they're first registering is like, well, is it too late? Are challenges overdone? And the answer is no. And I'm going to show you guys some stories today of the challenges we're doing in every single business, every single market, every single thing that we're doing for ourselves, and also for all the coaching clients that we have as well. And so you're going to learn more about some of those things. But challenges are the thing that right now I'm the most excited by. It's something we keep doing. In fact, we did a challenge last week. We did one 2 weeks ago, and we keep doing it because they work. And I'm excited to be sharing these concepts with you guys. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering, like, what's this going to look like? What's this week going to be? I'm going to be here teaching a couple times throughout the week. Those who don't know me, my name is Russell Brunson. I'm the co-founder of ClickFunnels. A lot of you guys actually joined ClickFunnels to get my actual challenge funnel that we gave you guys, which you guys are going to love. But the main trainer who's going to be training you guys for the next couple of days is someone named Pedro, and I'll introduce him here in a little bit. But Pedro is the person who really took this concept of challenges and went deep with it. In fact, I think he did like 70 or 80 different challenges back to back to back to back to back, and kept testing and tweaking and testing and tweaking, and got so good at them that literally every single person in our industry, including me, goes to Pedro when we're about to do a challenge. Like, hey, we're about to do a challenge, Pedro. Look at what we have. And even this morning, as we were like about to launch the challenge on how to do challenges, we were in the back thing, and Pedro's sitting here like, oh, don't forget this and this, and all these little pieces and these nuggets that you guys are gonna be learning over this week. And I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys all make sure you have a pad of paper and pen out, and you're taking notes, not only just on like the things that are coming from my mouth and from Pedro's mouth and the other guest trainers and speakers you're gonna learn from, but also watch the process. Okay, you guys realize that right now you are in a challenge, right? And so you're seeing this. This is kind of like the movie Inception, like a dream inside of a dream, where a challenge inside of a challenge. And so not only pay attention to like what we're saying, but pay attention to everything that we're doing. Okay, we are executing a challenge, and we've got the person who's the best in the world here with us over the next week to teach it to you guys. So pay attention to everything that's happening, from the email sequences, the campaigns, what we're saying day 1, day 2, day 3, like all the pieces. Pay close attention to everything we're saying, but also what we're doing, because you guys are literally inside of a challenge right now, which is so exciting. Okay, now before we get too deep, those who don't know me, again, my name is Russell Brunson. I am one of the co-founders of ClickFunnels, and I'm obsessed with funnels. And one of the questions I get a lot Because if you've read my books or if you've seen stuff, like there's a lot of different types of funnels. My book, .com Secrets, goes over my 10 favorite funnels. But there's more than that. There's probably, 50 or 60 different funnel types you could look at. Okay, and I narrowed down to like my top 10 were these 10 that I talked about in the book. And as Pedro and I were discussing in Mexico, in fact, you probably saw some of the funny ads. He was like, Russell, if there's one funnel that someone should use, like just one, if you had to pick just one, I know you love them all. I know you love book funnels and webinar funnels, and like if you had to pick just one funnel, what would be the funnel that you think everybody should use? From the brand new beginner who's just getting started, has never done a funnel in their entire life, all the way up to someone who's got a huge company like yours, what is the funnel type that they should use? I didn't want to give it to him. You know that feeling is just like, I'm going to tell him, he's going to brag about it, he's going to tell everyone it's the best funnel. But we sat there for a little bit, and I was like, the reality is the best funnel for someone who's just getting started is a challenge funnel, okay? And also, this is what's crazy, usually these things are not the same. Usually it's like something that's good for beginners, not good for someone who's advanced. But if you look at when we launched ClickFunnels 2.0, guess what kind of funnel I used? I wish I would have used something different so that Pedro wouldn't have this over me, but we used a challenge funnel, okay? And I sat on the phone with Pedro, mapping that out, figuring out exactly the best way to do it. And I'm gonna share some stats and numbers of some of our challenges here in a little bit. But challenge funnels work on both sides of the spectrum, which is rare. Most funnels or marketing strategies are like, this is good for beginners, but when you're advanced, it doesn't work. Or vice versa. It's really good for advanced people, beginners don't stress about this. Well, this is something that for both of you guys, doesn't matter where you are in your business right now, challenges are something you need to learn, you need to master, you need to understand, okay? So I want to step back in time a little bit because this wasn't even a topic 5 years ago. Like people weren't talking about challenges. I wasn't talking about challenges. I didn't know about them. I didn't believe they were even a thing. I didn't care about them. In fact, the first version of .com Secrets book, I didn't even talk about a challenge funnel. It wasn't on my radar, okay? And I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm obsessed with funnels, and the challenge funnel didn't even cross my radar, right? But I'd obviously seen a lot of businesses that grew through challenges. Okay, probably the most famous is the weight loss industry, right? Every single New Year's and middle of the year, and like multiple times throughout the year, you notice most gyms would do some kind of weight loss challenge, right? Come in and lose 10 pounds. Let's come in and the weight loss industry has been using challenges for decades to fill up gyms, to get people in, to help them lose weight. It's like the best tool they've been using. And they've been using this all around the world. Every country, everywhere you go, like challenges what fills gyms, right? But in the marketing world, people weren't actually using them. And it wasn't until we'd grown ClickFunnels pretty aggressively for a few years. And we got to the point where we were about 50 or 60,000 customers. And for some reason, we got 50 or 60,000 customers. We just plateaued. And I could not get through that plateau. And if you know me, I'm an aggressive marketer. I'm out there doing all sorts of stuff. We're driving traffic. We're buying ads. I'm writing books. I'm doing all sorts of stuff, trying to get past this plateau of 50 or 60,000 customers. And I could not do it, no matter how hard I tried. We tried thing after thing after thing. And about the time, one of my friends, Natasha Hazlett, some of you guys know her, she started running these paid challenges. And she's like, this is the greatest thing, you should try a paid challenge. And so I was like, I'd never done it before, but I decided to do a paid challenge. And so some of you guys saw, I created a challenge. It was called the One Funnel Away Challenge. How many of you guys have heard of the One Funnel Away Challenge? Or how many of you guys actually did the One Funnel Away Challenge? All my VIPers looks like they all did the One Funnel Away Challenge. So you guys are the overachievers in the group. Obviously, that's why you're in the VIP room as well, right? But we launched the One Funnel Away Challenge. It was a paid challenge. It was a $100 challenge. And we launched it, I think the very first cohort of the challenge, we got like 5,000 or 6,000 people to sign up for it, which was like, blew my mind. I didn't think that was gonna be possible. We did the challenge and it crushed it. And then we evergreened it. We started doing that challenge every 2 weeks for the next 4 or 5 years. The next 3 or 4 years. And then we stopped doing the paid challenge, but I'm about to relaunch a new version. So I didn't stop it because it wasn't working. I stopped because I'm updating the whole thing. But we ran it for 3 or 4 years consistently. And actually today, I messaged my team. I'm like, how many people in the last 3 or 4 years has actually gone through the One Funnel Away Challenge that paid to be part of that? And I actually got the number. What's your guys' guess, by the way? How many of you guys think have gone through the One Funnel Away Challenge? Like you can actually type that down in the comments down below. I'd be curious to know like what your guess is. This was more than I thought. I thought it was like 70 or 80,000 people, which is a lot. As of today, we had 125,000 people went through the One Funnel Away Challenge, which is crazy. But what's crazier is this. I told you we were 2 years stuck at 50 or 60,000 customers. The One Funnel Away Challenge blew that barrier off. And from that, we surpassed over 100,000 active members in ClickFunnels because of the challenge funnel. Okay? So that was my first experience with challenges. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm doing challenges for the rest of my life. That's all I'm going to do. And then about that time, this guy joined my inner circle. And this is the room that I run my high-end mastermind programs in. And he gets up on stage right here. He starts talking. And it's this guy named Pedro. And he starts talking about free challenges. Like, free challenges are the best thing in the world. I was like, no, dude, I have a paid challenge. Like, free challenges are dumb. He's like, no, it's the greatest thing. And he's like, I did a challenge with this person, this, and they're showing stats, the numbers. I'm sitting back intrigued. I'm like, maybe I should do a free challenge. Maybe I should try one out. And I I was like, but what would I didn't know the strategy. And I don't think even at that point, I don't know if you even developed the strategy that far yet. It was still kind of like, he was doing them, having success. He's probably like challenge 20 as opposed to now it's like 2 million, right? But he convinced me like to try a free. He's like, just try a free one, just try a free one. So I did my very first free challenge. And I called it the 5-day lead challenge, right? I did a 5-day lead challenge. It was free. And at the end of it, I sold people into the one funnel away paid challenge. So that was my strategy. Like, I'll do a free challenge that pushes people into the paid challenge. And so that was the mastermind behind it, right? So I launched this free challenge and people go through it and had a lot of fun doing it. In fact, it was in the middle of COVID, I remember, because one of our guest speakers were on stage and we had to sit like a mile apart from each other because nobody was allowed to touch us. I think we gave high fives with our feet and we did the challenge. And then from the end of the challenge, we upsold people to the paid challenge and it did amazing. And so then we evergreen that one, we started driving traffic. And this was crazy. Again, another stat I had my team pull this morning. So I want to show you guys like how effective these challenges can be long-term. So the 5-day lead challenge, according to my team today, 417,000 people have gone through the 5-day lead challenge, which pushed then people into the paid challenge. 417,000, that's almost 500,000 people have come into my world and learned how to generate leads from me, right? And then sign up for the next, through a paid challenge at the back end of it. Like, it's crazy. I was thinking about this, like, if I sat down and I tried to teach somebody for 5 days, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, it's 5 hours, right? If I take 5 hours and I times that by 417,000 people, does anyone know the math on that? It would take me 100 lifetimes if I stood up and taught one person that and then taught the next person, right? It would take me 100 lifetimes to teach that much information. And I was able to do it once by doing a 5-day challenge and people could start going through it forever, right? Like, if you believe in your mission or your message or the thing that you've been here, put on this planet to share with people, and you put it into a challenge, like your ability to impact people right now is second to none. Like, you couldn't do that. You know, you think about the biggest kings and the biggest rulers of the world prior to this, we're not able to have the influence that you can have just by running a challenge. Like, it's crazy. And so challenge is a big deal. A couple of things I learned by doing these challenges. The first thing that I think is really, really cool is that challenges give you the ability to design your dream customer, okay? With ClickFunnels, we had a lot of people coming into ClickFunnels. They didn't know who I was, who anything was, and they were coming through and they're going through a challenge and they were coming directly into ClickFunnels. And a lot of people would drop out because they were confused, they didn't understand the software. And so we started making where everyone would come through. The first thing they had to do is they had to go through this challenge. And what happened is a couple cool things. Number one is the people who go through the challenge and they don't like me, they actually go away. So people don't like me, like Russell, he talks too fast, he's too excited, I don't understand what he's saying, and they leave. Right? And the people who stay with you, though, they build a relationship with you. They spend time with you day after day after day after day, right? And they build a rapport and a relationship. And those people buy from you over and over and over again over time, right? So it helps you design your dream customer, right? It attracts them to you. Okay, but also it gives you the ability during a challenge to share like your vocabulary and your beliefs and your thoughts and stuff like that. So it gives you the ability to actually design and develop your dream customer. Okay, not only did having our challenge get more people in the ClickFunnels, it made them better customers. They stuck long-term because they understood the software and the psychology and how it worked. Like, it transformed our customers coming in, right? It increased our stick rate, way less churn because of the challenges. Like, so many powerful things. And again, it attracts the right people and it gets rid of the people who aren't going to be a good fit for you. Right? The worst thing possible is someone comes and buys your product and a month later they're like, I am annoyed by this product, and they don't like you or whatever, and they're asking for refunds and chargebacks, all sorts of stuff. It's better to like take someone through a 5-day challenge, let the people who don't like you like disappear, and then just focus on your dream customers. And that's another one of my favorite things about challenges. Okay, now before I bring Pedro up, I just want to like share a couple more stories. Again, I've used challenges to launch so many things over the last couple of years since Pedro brought this model to me. And you've seen people like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi do huge challenges. Pedro did one with like Joel Osteen, did a huge challenge there. I've seen him do challenges with all sorts of people. But it's not just like these big, huge challenges. It also like people who are just getting started. Challenges are one of the best things to do. In fact, we have a high-end coaching program called 2 Comma Club X. And we had everyone, when they first came to the program, the very first thing we had everyone do is do a challenge. I'm like, if you want to get leads quickly, if you want to like sell product quickly, like have success quickly, a challenge is the key. And so we started having every single person go through 2 Comma Club X, go through Pedro's training initially, and they all started launching challenges very, very quickly. And we had success story after success story after success story. I know Pedro will be sharing some of those with you, but I just want to share with you a couple of the big success stories that I've had that I have here on my notes, because I pulled all the numbers today for you guys. So when we did the ClickFunnels 2.0 launch 7 or 8 months ago, we launched it with a challenge, of course. And from that, we had 221,000 people registered for the challenge. And from that, 17,000 people joined ClickFunnels. Like it was crazy. Like just like one challenge, 17,000 people joined ClickFunnels. Okay. Now I have another company called Magnetic Marketing. It's a company that was founded by Dan Kennedy, and we acquired this company last year. And I was like, okay, I have this company. How do we start growing it? And I was like, I want to do a challenge, but I don't want to be the one doing a challenge. So we brought on someone to kind of be the face of that company. He ran a challenge here from this stage, and we followed Pedro's format to a T. It's like just take it, copy it, paste it. And so we launched this challenge to this list. It's a smaller list. But from that promotion, we had 24,000 people registered for that promotion. And there's a newsletter. It's a $97 a month newsletter. 621 people joined the newsletter. And then over $250,000 was collected in sales from this challenge. Like it was just this way to like jumpstart the company and launch it. Okay. Another interesting one. I bought a company a little while ago called Lady Boss. Some of you guys may have heard of it. And people asked me like, Russell, first off, you're not a lady. Why would you buy a company called Lady Boss? And I was like, well, I want to create a company where I can't be the face of it, right? And so we created this company, we put it out there, and I said, okay, I want this company to be driven based on what I think is the most powerful way to drive a company, and it's challenges. So we created a challenge, an evergreen challenge, and we haven't like done a big, huge promotion or anything. We're just driving ads to it, people referring people to it. And right now, every single week, I was looking at the numbers again today. The first week we had 1,953 registered. Next week's over 2,000. Next week over 3,000. But this challenge happens every single week in and week out. It's all evergreen now, and it's growing this company. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into this. We turned it into a network marketing company. We're using a challenge right now to grow and scale this network marketing company, okay? And again, it all comes off of these challenges. So I don't care what kind of business you're in. Again, if you're a brand new beginner, like challenge funnel is the way, okay? I don't care if you're a network marketing company, challenge funnel is the way. I don't care if you have a big software company, an info publishing company. It doesn't matter where you are or what business model you're in. A challenge is the thing that's going to help you guys to grow faster than anything else that I know of. Okay? And that's why I'm so excited to spend this week with you guys going deep into challenges, okay? Now, obviously, I wish that I could take all the credit for you and tell you guys all that I invented this strategy and this concept, and I could just teach it to you, but the reality is I didn't, okay? I learned it from my friend, someone who was here in my mastermind group for a long time. We had a chance to sit together and learn, and then since then, when I started launching my challenges, he's the first guy I called to walk me through how to do it, how to structure, like the tweaks and the change where I need to change to make it better. And then Mexico, we were sitting down and said, let's come together and let's do this training. And so he's going to be the core trainer for you guys over the next 5 days. I'll be jumping in and out a couple times to share specific things that I learned that I want to share with you guys. I want to make sure you don't miss. But for the most part, he's going to be in the training. He's someone who's become a super good friend. He's a great marketer, a great business person, but even more so, he's a great human. He's someone who I think you guys are going to enjoy learning from for the Challenge Seekers Masterclass. So with that said, everyone virtually and at home, wherever you're at, let's stand up wherever you're at and let's put our hands together for Pedro Adeo.
That's how we kicked off last year. Okay, and so I want you to see that. And Krim, get my slides up, please. And so I really wanted that video to be in there because of a couple things. I got Russell. I cornered him. I cornered him when we were in Mexico. I said, Russell, tell me the truth, bro. If you only could do one funnel, what would it be? Right? And you heard him. He said it out of his mouth on camera. It'd be a challenge funnel. Okay. And I didn't even have to beat him up to get him to say that. Okay. If you can't see, that's Russell Black Eye. I didn't punch him, and that was just funny. We were at a mastermind and he was wrestling some kid in between the break. I'm like, Russell, it's called a break. You're supposed to take a break, not wrestle kids. And the kid thumbed him in the eye and he had a black eye and he had a big webinar the next day. So anyhow, all right. So let's just kind of, in the last few minutes that we have, let's just kind of level set about why you're here. Hopefully you're here because you're looking to do the following: launch, grow, or scale your business online. So we're learning marketing, but not for the sake of just marketing, for the sake of actually launching, growing, or scaling your business. So I don't care if you're looking for your first dollar online, your first 10,000, 100,000, first million, or you're going to 8 figures. And let me know, what phase are you in the chat? Are you in launch phase? Are you in grow phase? Are you in scale phase? Okay. Because the fact is, it's kind of just very strange. It's very weird. It's peculiar that this one strategy is being used by people in all 3 phases. And even Russell told you that's not really common, but this challenge framework, it's built on principles that you're going to find out in a second, That's why it can work for anyone, anywhere they're at. So let me just help understand, because gosh, man, there's so much stuff. There's so much noise today. I want you to understand that when we talk about a business, I want you to always remember, like, well, what is a business anyways? Like, well, a business is simple. First of all, you should know that you're here to build a business. Okay. The people that succeed in this game, they're not here just passing through. They're not quick. They're not here just to kind of hustle and grab some cash and run. Okay. If you're here, be here to build an actual business. Have a business mindset. Have a business approach. Okay. This is not just a hobby, something you're playing around with. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll get paid like a hobby, which means nothing. And you'll probably waste a lot of time and money. So you're actually here to build a business, right? A business requires a process, right? Again, we're living in a time where people are so impatient, and we want microwave success. We want to buy silver bullets. How many of you have ever bought a silver bullet before? You bought this thing, and it was promised it would, just this one little thing would change your entire. And guys, like, aren't you getting tired of kind of being overhyped and over promised and under delivered? Okay, there's no magic bullets. It's a process. Building a business is a process of creating trust with people. How many guys agree that the companies and the businesses that you love the most, they've earned your trust? Just put trust in the chat if that's true. So a business is a process that you build, create trust with people who then give you money. For it to be a business, you must get money. People must give you money. But for what, Pedro? They're giving you money for what? They're giving you money in exchange for a product or service. So to have a business, you must have a product or service that people believe will solve a problem for them. And that problem they value more than the price you're charging for. That is it. This is a business. If you ever feel lost, stuck, confused in your entrepreneurial journey, just take a picture of this, pull this out, and be like, okay, why am I lost? Why am I confused? I'm building a business. A business is nothing more than a process of earning trust from people who give me money for a product and service that they believe will solve a problem that they value more than the money in their pocket. How many guys think this is a pretty darn good definition of what a business is? Okay. So here's what I want to know as we start to kind of land the plane here and head into VIP pretty soon. What questions do you guys have? What questions do you guys have coming into this? I'm here to serve you guys big time this week. Start to drop them in the chat, in the Facebook group, and in VIP and on Zoom. Put them in the chat because I want to make sure I've got great stuff to share here this week, but I want to answer your questions. How many of you guys have a burning question you came into this week hoping I would speak to, I would address, I would answer? I would love to see those questions going in the chat so I can make sure that, especially in the VIP and the main stage, we deliver. Okay, so I'm going to skip through a couple things. So this one is, I took particular joy in making this slide. I do want to talk about the state of online marketing a little bit because things have evolved and changed, right? The market continues to evolve and change, all right? And so obviously challenges when I started this in 2018, a lot shifted, a lot's changed in the online market. But first thing I want to let you guys know of, I've got some great news to share with you today because there's a lot of wars in the world right now, like serious stuff. We got people at war. War is not nations at war. But the war between webinars and challenges is officially over because Russell and I signed a truce. We signed the truce. The war's over. Okay, webinars and challenges no longer at war. Okay, the fact is, they're both awesome frameworks. They both can be used in your business, and in fact, you're going to learn that a webinar, if you are great at webinars, you have a huge advantage because day 4 in your challenge could just be your webinar. And when I had my creative director Liz make this for me today. And how many guys? Guys, you're not laughing. I thought this was so funny. I only saw a couple of chuckles. I guess it makes me an official funnel nerd. How many guys do you think just put funny if you thought this was funny in the chat? If you thought it was funny, put in the chat. Let me know. Come on. I thought it was funny. The only thing I hate about this picture is that Russell looks actually really cool in his hat, and I look like a dork. Is what I don't like about this picture. This is why you'll never see me in a hat, by the way. I look like a 12-year-old child when I wear a hat, except for the wrinkles. I don't know that you'll never see me. Anyhow, okay. So the war is over, guys. All this, these things can work together, but the game really has changed. Okay, like for real. Like all joking aside, the game has changed. The old ways of marketing aren't working anymore. Not like they used to. So let me show you the new way. Here is the old way. And I had to get Russell's permission to do this because Russell was the most, like Russell has taught this the most in all of his years. I had to get his permission to do this. I'm like, Russell, I don't want to say this and offend you, but like, I just feel like the value ladder, like doing a free lead magnet funnel and a low ticket funnel, like a VSL funnel, then having a webinar funnel, then a high ticket funnel is the old way. How many of you have tried doing this before? How many of you have tried to create a lead magnet funnel and then a low ticket funnel, VSL funnel, and then a webinar funnel and high ticket funnel? And like, it's just, you realized kind of hard. Because I've never done this, guys. I don't have a value ladder like this. I've never done this. I didn't have to go learn how to build 4 funnels. That might have been too hard for me. I just did this. I just built my challenge model. I created my challenge model, which I didn't even know when I created it, but it basically does the job of all 4 funnels at the same time. I built a list of over 400,000 emails. I don't have a lead magnet. I just run free challenges. Guess what? A free challenge is probably the highest, most valuable lead magnet you can ever give someone in exchange for their email. Are you guys seeing this? A free challenge is a kick butt lead magnet. How many of you have given your email a number for some PDF, for some free training, and you got this lead magnet, this thing, and it was trash? How many of you have ever given your name and an email for something that was free, that you thought would be awesome, and then you get it and you're so disappointed and you're like, what a waste. This company just, the first impression they gave you is they wasted your time with a piece of garbage, and now they're going to try and email you to death to sell you something else when the first thing they gave you sucked. I've never had a lead magnet. I just run free challenges and I built my list massive. I don't have low ticket products. You know what I have? I have something called VIP. VIP, $95. There's your low ticket funnel. There's your tripwire. And then on day 4 of my challenge, I just run my webinar. I just give a sales presentation, and I can make an offer, invite people to join me in one of my core offers. And then on the thank you page, for those people who bought my core offer, I can just put a little video and application that says, hey, thanks for buying my course, Challenge Secrets. But if you want to work with me one-on-one, simply apply here. And now I get applications pouring in for my high ticket consulting program. Are you seeing the power of this? Do you really want to have to go create a low ticket product, then a lead magnet product, then master webinars, and then figure out this and run 4 funnels and get a sales team, or just do one thing? This is why some of you guys are still stuck, because you're like, it's just too damn hard, man. I probably couldn't have pulled this off. But I can master one thing. Just put one thing in the chat. Just put one thing. It's one thing, man. Not 5, not 6, one. You can do one. Come on, it's obvious. Is it easier to learn one strategy or 4? Come on. So the challenge funnel is the super funnel. Today, I'm just going to convince you of this, because if you don't believe it, you're not going to learn it. Pedro, I get it. I get it. All right, dude, I got to beat this dead horse. I need you to believe this like your business depended on it, because it does, in my opinion. Or keep doing what you're doing, keep posting free content, keep trying to do all the other stuff, which we all know is just whatever. Okay. So challenge secret number 1, I already told you this one, a well-designed challenge is the only fun one you need. Trying to prove this to you. I'm like an attorney going into the prosecution. I'm making my case before the jury. Who's convinced? Tell me, just tell me, if you just put convinced. Tell me, just type in convinced. You're like, all right, Pedro, I'm convinced. You got me. I'm convinced. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up here soon. There's only 3 kind of funnel hackers. Which one are you? People that have never run a challenge. Okay, is that you? If you've never run a challenge, put 1 in the chat. Then there's, guys, only 3 types of funnel hackers. Can you believe it? I found a way to group all of you guys into 3 little categories. Never done a challenge. There's group number 2, people that are running challenges and know how awesome they are. And once you do one, you will never stop. Once you do one, you'll catch the challenge bug. You'll never stop. But there's a third group of people. If I'm going to be, I got to be transparent. I'm going to be completely honest and truthful with you guys today. Some people, group number 3, tell me if you're group number 3, tried a challenge and it flopped. They're like, Pedro, you got me all excited. I thought this was going to work for me. You gave me all this hope. And I tried a challenge and it flopped. Some of you might be in number 3, and that's okay. I'm glad you're here. And here's why. When people tell me their challenge flopped, here's usually what happened. Either 1, nobody signed up. Which, by the way, is not the worst thing in the world. If nobody signed up, what do you now know? No one cares about that topic. You've actually learned something. No one cares about that topic. No harm, no foul, right? Because no one signed up. So people think that's the biggest fear in challenges if no one signs up. It's not. The biggest fear should be this. What if only 3 people sign up? That's the biggest fear, right? Well, it was until now. Now we have an amazing solution you're going to hear about today. Not today, really more on day 4. You're going to hear about the hottest, newest innovation in the world of challenges from my good friend Richmond Din, who's come up with something that blew my mind when I heard about it, called the Tiny Challenge. The Tiny Challenge, where you could actually do challenges with just a few people and smash it and get even better results. Okay? He'll be with me in VIP answering your questions as well all week long. Or no one took your offer. Guys, if no one took your offer, now what do you now know? Wasn't good enough. Let's make it better. So literally, if your challenge flopped, don't give up. There's lots of learning there. Okay? Lots of learning there. And you just got to level up and fire again. Fire again. So which type of funnel hacker are you? 1, 2, or 3? All right? Cool. Guys, I'm going to skip all this. You guys already heard all this. Okay. Heard all this. Okay, this is very powerful. Okay, so I will share this tomorrow. My passion to profit framework. This is a game changer, especially for some of you guys that are new. Don't worry, I'll come back to this tomorrow. Okay, I've used this challenge framework to launch not 1, not 2, but 3, what I call movement-based business. You'll hear more about that tomorrow. Proof. I don't mind. I like a little proof. Guys, I've acquired 65,000 customers doing this. I have more customers, more people have given me money than have followed me on Instagram. That's like kind of embarrassing. Like, follow me on Instagram, guys. All right. Okay. How many of you guys want to do a membership? How many of you guys have a membership in mind? You love the idea of recurring revenue. Where's my membership people? Where's my membership people? Well, the goat of memberships is this guy. You guys know this guy, Stu McLaren? This is literally the exact face that Stu McLaren gave me backstage at FHL when I told him, hey, Stu, I finally launched a membership all these years later. He's like, you did? What happened? He's like, how'd you do it? Well, I ran a challenge and I had over 9,000 people sign up. He's like, what? And he made that crazy stew face. So if you want recurring revenue, this is the way to get it with challenges. And this is not just work for me, but a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go fast. Okay. Secret number 3, guys. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this anywhere, any part of the country. Richmond's in Australia. I'm from California. You could, like, literally, we're opposite ends of the world. We have clients in Europe, like all over, Singapore. Okay, so anybody can do this anywhere, anytime, in any niche. All right. And now I'm going to wrap up with just a couple of things here. We talked about trust earlier. This is an amazing book called The Speed of Trust. If a business is in the business of building trust with people so that people then will happily spend money with that business for their products and services. If trust is the essential piece that gives people the willingness to exchange time and money, if trust is the pivotal key thing, then don't you think it would be smart to learn how to speed up that process? Just put smart in the chat if you think this would be smart. If you think it would be smart to learn how to collapse time and get people to know, like, and trust you faster, if you think that might help your business, put smart in the chat. And of course it does. In The Speed of Trust, this book is incredible. It teaches you that trust is built on 2 things: competency and character. Competency and character. You don't just have, oh, Pedro, I'm a good person. I really love people. I care about people. That's not enough. What if you don't know what the hell you're doing? Guys, if I need a knee surgery, I just don't want a good moral man or a good moral woman. I want a good person, sure, but I also want them to be the best freaking knee surgeon on the planet. And I know folks who've got great competency, they're very skilled and knowledgeable, but their character is atrocious. So here is what we know from this book, that people, when they're looking to build trust, they're looking at, then we do this without even thinking about it. We look at competency and character, and that's how we build trust. I have never seen a marketing framework that lets you display your competency and your character better than in a challenge. Webinars don't do this. Webinars do not do this. Social media can do it, but it's in increments over time. It takes forever. And it's on their own schedule, and it's on if Instagram and Facebook and TikTok want to actually show your stuff. Nothing lets you build trust faster than a challenge. That's why this works so powerfully. And I'm going to end with this last point. How many of you know this book called Influence by Robert Cialdini? Okay, guys, this is a classic. Now, it's how to influence people, the power, psychology of persuasion, not to be used, obviously to be used for with good intentions. Of course, people use this with bad intentions. That's why your character is important. I didn't even try and do this, but I felt led to go back and reread this book a few years ago, and I realized, oh my gosh, there are 6 persuasion levers that Cialdini talks about in this book. My challenge model literally has all 6, and I didn't even do that on purpose. Let me show you this last piece, and then we will wrap up today and head off to VIP. Reciprocity. When you give someone something for free, they automatically triggers a reciprocity where they want to reciprocate and do something for you. When you give someone a free challenge and you show up and you serve them and you train and you like pour your guts out trying to help people for 5 days, they're going to want to reciprocate. Even if they have no money and can't buy your offer, they'll tell people how awesome you are. They'll like your ads on Facebook. They'll say nice things about you. I have people on my ads say, Pedro is awesome. He's the best. His challenges are great. Like they've never been able to buy from me, but I created so much goodwill that they're still a fan and supporter. And one day down the road, when the time is right, they'll probably become a customer. So reciprocity is in these free challenges. Scarcity, it's live for 5 days. That's it. Then it's gone. Okay? We value things that are scarce. We value things that are scarce. Authority. When you show up live for 5 days and teach your best stuff, people clearly get you are an expert. You know your stuff. You have real authority. Commitment and consistency. Live 5 days in a row. Same time, same place. Commitment and consistency. People get to spend time with you. They like you, because if people don't like you, they'll come on day one and never come back. And that's okay. Here's what I found out. Not everybody has to like me for me to have an amazing career and business. Now, do you think I would like everyone to like me? Put in the chat. What do you guys think? Guys, I'm an off the chart extrovert. Of course, I would wish everybody liked me. I'm not trying to do anything on purpose to get people not to like me, but some people just don't like this. And that's just is what it is, right? Hey, listen, that's all I got. That's all I got. This is what I got. I got to use what I got. And if they don't like it, that's cool, man. Like there's a lot of fish in the sea. But the people that do like it will come back for day 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then here's a big one: social proof. Challenges create social proof. So many people on live commenting, sharing. It's like, oh man, everyone's doing this. Like it just builds. So guys, I'll land the plane there today. Things I left out, I'll make sure we hit into tomorrow. We got a little bit of a late jump because of our tech challenges, but I do want to get off into VIP and serve our VIP people back there. So a couple things. One, David Hutter, you are the winner. You are the winner. You are the winner of our prize giveaway. Congratulations on that. Okay. We are heading right now to our VIP backstage on Zoom. I'm going to be answering questions. In case you didn't see this is bonkers. When you upgrade to challengesecretsvip.com, 3 free months of ClickFunnels, bonkers, not 1, not 2, 3 free months. Is that like worth like $300 or more? I mean, a fully built out challenge funnel, like the opt-in page, the VIP page, the thank you page, every single email, all emails built out in the funnel, reminder email, promo email, or live email, right? An actual checkout page, all built, done. Live Q&A with me, literally, and an electronic copy of my book, literally for $100. So it's not too late. Jump in, challengesecretsvip.com. We're going there now. Now, homework. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna give you guys the secret sauce. Krim, I need my slides up. Tomorrow, guys, the secret sauce behind my success with challenges is tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about micro niching, movement-based messaging. I'm gonna talk about the big idea. Okay, I'm gonna share this tomorrow as well. And I think I skipped past the homework. Okay, homework. Where's the homework? Okay, homework. Go live. Homework is to go live. Yeah, it's okay. Homework is to go live in the Facebook group. What was your biggest takeaways from today, day 1? Why are you committed to being here all 5 days? Are you fully convinced that challenges should be the one thing you focus on? And a bonus homework assignment today. I would go to VIP right now. challengesecretsvip.com. If you haven't done it, upgrade now. It's going to be epic. I can promise you it's probably going to be the best $100 you've ever spent on the internet. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up today, day 1. Again, sorry, I went a little bit longer. We had some tech stuff, and excited for the rest of our time here. We're going to be heading off to VIP right now. Live tomorrow, day 2, we're going to talk about the things you must have for your challenge to crush. Okay. We're going to talk about the power of your big idea and the secret sauce behind the most successful challenges like mine and others. This idea of the micro niche, as well as how to use movement based messaging with your challenges so they crush it. That's all happening tomorrow, guys, live, same time, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Until then, God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you live in the Facebook group. I'll be watching some of those today. And for those of you guys that have not yet done so, take advantage of this crazy offer for VIP at challengesecretsvip.com. Until then, see you guys tomorrow. If you're on Zoom already, stay on Zoom. I'm coming there right now. Awesome. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. See you live right here for tomorrow.